Ladies and gentlemen, to Season 11, we're here with Round 1. It's a brand new day for the Sim Racing Alliance. It's going to be a little bit more punishing out here during qualifying.
It's definitely a hard one here. It's what it's like. It's very, very punishing.
For all the way in Germany, this will be the first time we see this in the team series here. This is a track where you will be driving the track, not as much driving the drivers on the track.
Very brave is the Ferrari to get the move done.
He does get the position done.
Oh, huge contact, and they're both going to go around. It's going to be a huge move up the inside.
He's been using every bit of the track.
Pedal to the metal, foot to the floor.
And we're off and away for SRA.
They can't hear you. Hold on.
Cool, test. There we are. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Sim Racing Alliance GT3 Series at the Red Bull Ring. Of course, it's Division 1, it's Season 12, it's round number 5, and the heavens have decided to open up. And it's going to be one to look out for, especially in the championship fight and the stuff that we will see on track. The Red Bull Ring, it's in Spielberg, Austria. It's the track in the hills. 10 corners around this circuit. Of course, turn 1 practically being 90 degrees. Turn 2 being a king. Turn 3, main overtaking opportunity here this evening. Heavy braking into the right-hander, but you can also get a good run down into turn number 4. Infamous for Hamilton, Bottle and Albon's first ever podium back in 2019. Through the right-hander at turn number 5 and then into the double left of 6 and 7. You want to be careful on the exit of 6 though, otherwise you may go wide and invalidate. And very quickly through 7, using as much curb as possible on the inside at 8 and a run down to 9 and 10. Infamous for invalidations at this circuit. And I'm joined by Selena Boonstra and Jess Osborne like usual. And Selena, it's an interesting to go at, but Jess, over to you for the standings.
Hello, everybody. Yes, Michael Menning still in the lead over Estefano Brera by a not insignificant amount, 42 points. Travis Nordstrom trailing close behind in 3rd place, and Peter O'Brien close behind him vying for P3. And wait, let me go back to page 1. Yes, our silver leader right now, who's just killing it, honestly, is Jared Troxclair, who is hanging up there with the aliens. Very impressive. And we're running low on time, so we're going to jump straight to the teams. Michael Menning carrying Mr. Sir. Kidding, Mr. Sir, you're doing great. Team to P1 in the team standings. TSE Drive Car of Room with Jeremy Mercer and Peter O'Brien. A power team if I've ever seen one. Just can't overcome Michael Menning, can we? Pretty close behind by 61 points, and Estefano Brera in VSR FRT Nova with Javier Salazar with 400 points in P3. And really close behind Coadroma and Travis Nordstrom for Pilas Porca in the Porsche, only 5 points away from P3.
Yeah, most definitely, and let's get to trackside. As I said, the heavens have opened up and qualifying is well underway for the silver drivers, and as you can see on the bottom left, I haven't really allowed her to speak. The resident Canadian, Selena Boonstra. How are we doing this evening?
Hello, SRA Nation, and it is great to be back after the break that we've had last week, but I am doing well, and I am certainly looking forward to this race tonight at a wet Red Bull Ring. So I don't know about you both, but it's going to be an interesting one. This track is very small, but the lap times are, of course, going to be obviously longer because it's a wet race. And with wet races, we all know what happens during wet races, and hopefully that doesn't result in any mass murders.
Well, dang it.
Lap
Y'all were
1.
supposed to keep an eye on the stream and let me know how it's going. It's apparently a slideshow. I'm going to put on autocam and see what I can do about it.
To mention in
no.
chat, Okay, so we've got
I'm just
audio.
looking at it
We
now,
got
yeah.
I've got it on
Yeah,
mute
it's really
because playback, but language. I actually have no idea who that is. Is saying audio is fine. It's just the video feed that is struggling. So.
Yes, I read
I am
that.
guessing they can hear us perfectly fine. It is just they can hear us perfectly fine. It is just the good old video. So, ladies and gentlemen, during qualifying, I am sure that Jess will be trying to fix that for you lovely people who have decided to join us and put up with it, especially with our shenanigans. We are not going to talk about it. But, like we were saying, it's a short track, it's quick. But we've also seen already this season, more specifically, not in the GT3 team series, but we did have the race here we did have the race for endurance here, so that may actually give us a better understanding of what we could see here tonight, Selena.
Yes, that is true. That's a good point to mention because we did 6 hours of Red Bull Ring, I believe, 2 weeks ago. So I assume that many of these drivers already pretty well know what to expect, especially key point, the curbs. Be careful with those curbs in the wet because the moment you take it and brake, expect to lose it because it's not quite ideal to use those curbs in wet conditions.
Yeah, I mean, definitely not, because everybody knows it. Like, yes, the curbs are there, but what makes them so what makes them so dangerous is the fact that they are actually painted. Like, people see these
Yeah.
curbs and think like, oh yeah, they're manufactured like this. No, they're not. Those curbs are just full on concrete and they are just painted over, and that's what makes them so slippy and so dangerous. Heck, even the lines of the side of the circuit can get wet. They will not eat you up and spit you out like the curbs will, but it definitely makes for an interesting and dangerous one as everybody seems to be coming across the line. We apologise that we were stuck on him for a moment, but that is going to be Jared Trosclair who goes to the top with 1 minute 32.902. And from what I was hearing earlier, some people have been setting 1 minute 31s.
And also pointing back to the curbs, the final corner as well. If you go too wide into that go on the entry with the inner curb, and it just forces you wide into like the paint, you're also going to be quite in an interesting predicament with a bunch of, well, in my case, oversteer, and try not to lose the front end of the car because, well, wet and wet paint.
I
Great
think that's just a
combination.
Porsche issue.
Probably, but it is sketchy in the wet races because and usually with wet races with high how do you say it? High curb usage tracks, which Red Bull
Yes.
Ring pretty much is a high curb usage track, and also as well as Misano and Coda, I'd say, is another high curb usage track with especially through Sector 1 going through the S's. And yeah,
Nürburgring.
it gets yes, that too as well. Nürburgring. Yes.
Not the
But
Nordschleife though, because those
yeah,
curbs
'cause
will kill you. Like
yeah.
that is the difference. You have the Nürburgring, which is like, oh yeah, you can go over the curbs as much as you want, and we will be happy for you. As soon as you get onto the Nordschleife, it's just like, oh yeah, you touched the curb, you're going into the wall. Good luck.
Yeah. Good luck with that.
Please,
See you
please,
soon.
please, people, Nordschleife in season 13.
Oh, yes, agreed. In the night, at least we'll start little in the night, and then season 14 we'll bring it back and in the wet. And then season 15 we'll bring it back again, and it'll be in the night in the wet. So there you go. Back to back
Right, yeah.
Nordschleife, little bits at a time for the hardest level. I am for it.
Yeah, you're welcome, chat. You are welcome, chat. We know you love the little Nordschleife skits all the time and every single week, and you didn't have it last week because we were away, which is
Yep.
honestly probably a good thing because my schedule last week was absolute mayhem. the other commentators were tired just looking at my schedule for that day.
Crazy stuff.
Well, heck, we're here. We are 10 minutes and 45 seconds remaining, so we're going to be having the gold drivers coming out soon. Troxclair sits up top, though. The main thing to think about, the main thing I want to talk about, though, is are the gold drivers going to go faster? Because for all we know, even though it says it in the top prize, it says it's staying about the same. But rain could come down again pretty quickly, so
Yeah.
who knows?
And rain races, like in these wet conditions, it's ever changing. Like you could have medium rain, which is right now, but it's quite steady. Like it's medium, kind of decent. Like it's not entirely wet, but it's, well, I mean, it's wet, but it's not entirely wet to the point where you're always hydroplaning. But I'd say, yeah, I mean, it could lighten up a little bit when the gold drivers come out, but we'll see. Knowing the weather of knows in this simulator.
Yes. Selena is going to have to go through qualifying right now because I do not have a feed. So we are working on the issues. We are seeing if we can find a fix. So I am just going to be sat here doing a good old bit of Ted Crab bits while Selena... I've got the feedback. Never mind,
I'm
chat.
trying everything here. I'm turning all the switches on and off. Nothing's working. It's still a slideshow, and I'm worried I might have to cancel this stream here.
Don't worry, we can go radio cast style.
Yeah, we'll do radio RSL type thing.
I do think this might
Yeah.
be Martin's fault. Yes, language.
Whoa, hello. Michael Louis just
we
almost
won't
losing
have
it.
We won't have it in vision, but we'll have it in sound.
Selena, I don't think you're going to be happy about that. A Porsche just went off into the gravel.
Oh, this is very sad. No.
Oh, did I fix it?
Oh, are we back?
Are we back, folks?
Are we back, chat? Are we back, chat?
Can I
Chat,
get
are
a
we
"We
back?
are so back" in chat?
Oh, I'm seeing
we
the
get a-
stream. It
Can
looks
we
good.
get a we are so back?
We are so
we
back.
are so
I
back.
think I'm a lot more delayed than you guys are.
Got that UK
Because
ping.
I'm on my... Yeah, exactly. I've got the UK ping.
Ah, yes.
I'm across the pond.
Across
We're
the
chilling.
pond.
DM your buddies. DM your family. The stream is back.
Oh, there we go. We're caught up.
We're so back. Let's go.
We are so back. And we're back just in time for the gold drivers. And Sims as we're back. They've been sorting out the issues. So, Jess, would you like to select a gold driver and take us for an onboard of the Red Bull Ring? I mainly chose you for this because it's a short circuit and I know what you're like.
What do you mean by that? We'll go on board with Michael Menning, who is in a British car, so he's sitting on the right-hand side. Try not to get too discombobulated. He's already gone through turn 1, which eats me alive. I got track cuts there twice in a row. Into turn 2, half this track is pretty much hairpins, and that's one of them. Or at least it feels like hairpins to me. Would you call this the back straight? How many straights even are there? Nonetheless, into another hairpin feeling like corner, which is even the more so treacherous in the wet, though you can see a dry line having somewhat formed thanks to the silver drivers. Regardless, he's staying tight. Brave braking on the painted surface there. Look at this, another long hairpin feeling corner. And do you know the turn names for these? Because I do not, but this one is one of my favorites because it spits you out onto this big wide, as you just saw, that he was riding that big wide strip of curbing, and the Porsche takes it just fine. It's very fun to defend your position on. Here, not so much. That corner nearly killed me 3 times last in the practice race, but this one is fun because you drive straight over it. Again, more very homey curbs to wrap you warmly if you manage to go off track. And we are across the start-finish line.
I'm just going to point out, Jess just said, do we know the corner names of this track? Of course we know the corner names. I've got a track map up, and we're going to get straight into it. It is turn 1, the Castrol Edge, which, no idea why they're calling a corner and edge, but might just be an Austrian thing. Then down to Lemos, and then turn 3/4 being, of course, Rocha. Then it's Pirelli for turn number 5, and turn number 6 being Ruth. And then Lindit is turn number 8, and then turn number 9/10 is Red Bull Mobile.
Thank you.
There is legit a corner called a Red Bull Mobile. There's a lot of Red Bull. There's a lot of Red Bull at this track.
Red Bull Ring. It says it in the name. I'm not surprised.
Yeah, it says a lot, and to be honest, let's be honest, Red Bull does everything but make energy drinks nowadays, and that's a good thing.
They
because
do that
Monster's
too.
Better.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what you're
That's what
talking about.
gives
Red
you
Bull,
wings.
Red Bull is way better. I love the watermelon Red Bull. Oh, it's so good.
What? No, Red Bull is horrid.
No.
Red Bull in the racing scene is amazing. Red Bull as a drink is absolute horrid. Monster every day, all the way.
Hard disagree.
And then there's me. I drink coffee.
I mean, yeah, lately me too.
Me just in the corner. I drink coffee.
Yeah,
Honestly, a Red Bull is like an emergency situation thing for me.
Yeah.
Wait, you just don't drink it on a daily basis?
Not for fun, no.
Last
heck,
time I had a
I
Red Bull
can't.
was like for a science project like 5 years ago, and I only had a little bit of a sip, and that was it. It was good though, but I had to
It
use
is
it for
good.
a science experiment.
The first time I had a Monster was like in high school on some field trip, I forget where. And by the time I finished it, my hand was shaking. My body was not used to that much caffeine.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's the thing too. Like I'm like, too much jitter. I'd be like, little yeah, I'll pass. Coffee is where it's at. I'll take just the regular caffeine coffee stuff.
Meanwhile, I'm sat here who legit drinks Pepsi Max on a regular and a Monster in the morning on the way to college. I am just used to this. Heck, I was having Monsters in primary school, which is technically your elementary school. We are not healthy here in Britain. How the heck I was able to get them from the corner shop, I have no idea. Then again, I've been going there for years, so who knows? Anyway, we were talking about Red Bull drinks. Let's get back to the track, shall we? Of course, it's Skyman Person, who's currently set at P number 18. Let's get serious, shall we, folks, as it's got 3 minutes remaining here in qualifying. And watching Guyman Person coming around turn number 3/turn number 2, I'm going to go with... I'm going to be honest, I'm going to be calling them the corner numbers. We're on the 10 corner classification because 10 corners just seems a whole lot better than 9 corners.
Unfortunately, Guy's not gaining any time here, but Estefano Barrera is possibly enough to be in the front row if he keeps this up. But yeah, you said get serious. You know what's serious is this rain. It doesn't look that bad, but you've probably heard it before, but it's a great equalizer, and you're seeing it in the mix of these standings. Our best goal drivers are not having their best nights tonight. There is not a clear distinction between the silver and the gold times. It's like a shotgun spread here. Jared Troxclair, having put in a superb qualifying, he's finding himself not even being challenged by nobody except Travis Nordstrom and Coadromo. Pretty wild.
And what's also wild is that we have 3 Porsches in the top 4. With the mix of Jared's GTR. But let's go.
I was legit about to say...
We've got a 1-2 Rillers Racing.
Yeah. Look at that.
I'm going to be honest. I was sat here when Jess was speaking. I'm like... I was looking at the leaderboard and I'm like... Selena's a little bit too quiet right now.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. At everything.
I was just like, she's being a little bit too quiet. This is
suspicious.
Different. As
For the
of course,
right
the boat is not being a boat right now. As
Yeah,
many
maybe
people
she's
call
just
the
not
boat.
celebrating until the fat lady sung. While it's not over.
We made it though. We have 1 more minute left. So right now Travis Nordstrom is sitting pretty in that beautiful Porsche 992 GT3R, number 120. I'm thinking of Right Motorsports for real racing. Number 20 in provisional pole with Comadromo, actually. Newsflash with a 132.4 provisional pole now. So Travis Nordstrom look pretty in P2 and hasn't changed with Michael Louis in P4, but he is a silver driver. And going to golds, Esteban Barrera, about 2/10 behind Comadromo's time. So he's in a Ferrari. And he is he's not really gaining too much on his time.
Oh, Jay Wells was, and he just slipped.
Oh.
Or am I looking?
I need to speak. Do I need to speak to the Ferrari drivers about the Ferrari Pride? Because I'm sorry, like this is not acceptable. We're being beaten by Porsches.
Get used to it.
See it. Get used to it.
Chat. We're gonna be honest here, as qualifying is coming to an end. So, and currently watching Gaiman person, we're gonna be honest here. I've been trying to get better at this game. Selena and Jess can tell you how shocking I am at this game right now at Barcelona, to be exact, because they saw my lap time there over a 15-minute hot stint. I will not elaborate to you. I will not elaborate, especially considering Selena is also a controller player. But
she will show you the way.
yes,
Follow her
and
lines.
one man who may also show you the way is Esteban Barrera as he goes over the line. Only P number 4 though. It looks like Selena's wish may come true as Jeremy Mercer goes P number 13. Unlucky for some. And it looks like it is going to go their way as here comes Wells, goes P number 27. And we're also going to be honest here, Jess and Selena were trying to convince me to drive the Porsche instead.
You should.
Do it. It's a fun car, honestly. It's got a bite to it. It's got personality.
So it looked like we were going to have 3 Porsches in the first 2 rows, but Mr. Sir improves, and
Let's go.
somebody else edged him out too. Was that Barrera finally putting up P5? Not bad.
Come on, Barrera. Carry the Ferrari pride.
The fact that it's like Porsche, 2 Porsche versus 1 Ferrari.
It's honestly, it's 4 Porsches versus 2 Ferraris. It's 4 Porsches versus 2 Ferraris, 1 Mercedes and 1 Bentley and 1 Nissan.
Yes, that too. But I also meant us.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
In the commentary box.
Chat seems to be going crazy that Koa is on pole.
Let's go.
And I can't even deny it. That is a sexy looking car.
It's very nice looking.
I'm getting
Beautiful engine too. It sounds so good. Go to a real life race and it sounds so good. Like IMSA, for example, in America. Oh, it sounds so good. The 963 sounds so good too. Not surprised, as it's my profile photo in the stream, but sounds so nice. Looks very nice. Timeless design, and yeah.
Yeah. That's one thing.
Porsche, right?
That's one of the crazy things. You can tell how obsessed with Porsche you are, because the rest of us commentators use real life selfies, which, no chat, I will not elaborate on why I look so sleep deprived in my selfie. But everybody else uses selfies, meanwhile Selena's just out here with a Porsche. So.
Hey.
Seen a lot of team side-by-side finishes here. It's at least 2 teams.
That was a very Canadian McLaren we've just seen.
Ah, yes.
And a very Canadian car there as well. I think that was a Merc. Canada. The heck is that on the front? What the heck was that on the way? The heck was that on the hood?
Poutine.
Popcorn.
Ah, yes, Putin.
Michael Menning having a pretty disastrous qualifying. Look how far back he's in the mid-pack now.
He's been doing that all season, though. Like, he's been chilling further back in qualifying, and he just charges through the field. Honestly, I think he's doing it on purpose.
Yeah, I think he is.
Oh, and somebody forgot to hit drive.
Oh.
Naughty, naughty. Should have clicked drive. Well, we got the grid walk done just as we get going for the formation lap. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble, because of course this is going to be quite a shorter formation lap as well, so it means that we're not going to be sitting here for about 5 minutes.
Imagine if I remember when it was the multi-class mayhem on 3 Hours of Nordschleife. I think it was last month or something.
Do not remind me. Do not remind me. It was me and I don't know if you had the stream up or anything, but it was me and Jay in the commentary box, and we were both sleep deprived. You could probably tell how mad we were.
Oh man, that probably would have taken like maybe a good 20 minutes just to get through the whole track at like 80 kph. Like,
we did. We got towards the end. We got towards the end of the circuit.
Right. No.
But then we had to restart it with a shorter formation lap because not even a quarter of the grid made it through the entire thing.
And half of them, I remember, they were just like shooting by. Like, they were just like, no, I'm not doing this at race pace or at full formation lap pace. So they were just like going for it. I was just chilling like the first, I think there's like 9 sectors, but like in ACT terms, sector 1, so. And then I'm like, nah, I'm just gonna keep up if it's glitched. And I think it was glitched, actually. Because we were all like on the Donning Darua, and yeah.
Excuse me, Toge Titan, did you just say Kia Dromo? That's the most toxic thing I've ever heard in my life. Don't you call Koa Kia?
This is very sad.
Hey, nothing wrong with a Kia. They are very reliable.
Porsche
But he's better than a Kia.
Exactly.
Who do I get paired? How did I get paired with these two, chat?
You volunteered.
I know I volunteered. I know I volunteered, but I did not realize I was going to be stuck with 2 Porsche drivers. But everybody knows we love a bit of banter, and the banter hopefully will not be at turn number 1, because as they all come around the Red Bull Mobile corner, the final corners of this circuit, we go to the top. And we look from the skies, the heavens have opened up, and it is time to go racing. As they head to the line, it is boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing as the green flag drops, and away we go, and it's down into turn number 1. Moves trying to already be made down into the left-hander, but you can already see people going off as contact further back. It's gonna become a parking lot. Ain't no way there is not a singular driver who does not spin it. Then again, I may just need my words.
They made it. They made it.
Through turn number 1, down towards turn number 2, or technically turn number 3, and it's where the main moves will happen throughout this race, as the leaderboard will update by itself. You can actually see by the way it's updated. A lot of people have made it through already. Bailey Kish versus good old Queso down towards turn number 4. Down the inside, looking for it, going for it, gonna play the safe game. Around the outside, the Ferrari looks for it, but that's going to be Bailey Kish up into P number 9. Peter O'Brien already on the back, looking for good old Majid as we head through turn number 7. Already moves Michael Menning, making his way up the field. Mega lunge down the inside at turn number 6. Lovely as a splendid,
sound
nice as a pound, and that you cannot deny the man in his box of a car. through turn number 7, quickly into turn number 8, where the curb is one to play for in the drive, but it's going to be a hindrance in the wet. Down towards the final 2 corners, 9 and 10. On the outside, it is Omar Escorcia, and he will keep it there in P number 15 for the time being.
He's going to want to keep Moffat in between him and Minning. They are fighting in the championship.
10. Yeah, very, very true. As we head back onto the main straight, maybe looking for the move right there. One man who is also going to be looking for the move is Michael Menning. Already having to defend, but as we head down into turn number 1, he's got good old McCrow right behind him, and he's gonna get it safely, and he's gonna get it done for nice and timey. As we see Wells right behind McCrow, as well as we've also got Guy Manperson in the background trying to close up to them, as it's going to be a 4-way battle as we head down towards turn number 3, and it's down the inside for the McLaren, going to keep it clean, but around the outside goes Wells, looking for the opportunity. You've got ones with custom liveries, but you got Wells right there with the in-game. But right down in towards turn number 4, that's going to be Max Simons on the inside, trying to defend from Queso.
Well, he just got the move done on Queso, and he's trying to make it stick. And it looks like he will.
Yes, he will, actually. I chat it early in the morning.
Michael Menning just getting by Chan.
Yeah, so that is the way. This is the way. It's like the gift Selena used. This is the way.
Exactly. I was just gonna say this is the way.
This is the way from the Mandalorian.
Dan Cran just finding his way out of the pits. He pit really early. Do you think he? Hold on. Let me pull up the statistic. How long was he in the pits? He was in the pits for a whole minute. No, stopped only 30. So yeah, he saw all this traffic and said, "Hell no!" And already we're seeing some argy-bargy here. Travis Nordstrom nearly getting sandwiched between. Wait, what's going? Between Mr. Sir and Estefano Barrera. Whoa, what?
Yes. Whoa, what?
Bosley died? Where is he?
Yeah, right into the wall in the final corner. I didn't catch that. He was just like right there when I saw.
Go back 30 seconds.
Oh, that's why. Yeah, no, he just went off. He completely goes off on the exit of turn number 10 onto the grass. It's wet, it's slippy, and yeah, just straight into the wall.
Look at all those points driving by.
You can't park there. You can't park there, sir.
Can't park there, sir.
We're still battling at the front.
Yeah, I think this is kind of what we could expect, though, as we head around turn number 2 momentarily on the replay, and that is going to be Travis Nordstrom into P number 2, and Mr. right there with him, with Omar Escorcia as well. Selena, over to you. Seems as we haven't let you talk this much.
Well, there's been a bunch of battles, but speaking of battles, Estefano Barrera is trying his very hardest to keep behind Mr. Sir's Boatley, as we all say. But the Boatley is definitely living up to its name, because Mr. Sir is sitting in P3 right behind Travis Nordstrom, and getting a little bit tight and a little bit dicey for Estefano Barrera, having a little bit of a wiggle moment at the front.
Oh, somebody just...
Elias.
Sorry, my bad. Never mind. I was going to say Mr. Sir is seriously clutching up for his team right now. Serious points, and oh no!
Contact, turn number 3. That is Travis Nordstrom, who had that contact right there, and you could just see it. That was between Nordstrom and Barrera. We are going to get the full replay heading out of turn number 1. We are going to get the full picture with the aerial shot. You can see Omar Escorcia, right? You can see Barrera in the background, I should say, heading into turn number, down the inside, does go the good old Boatley, but he goes down the inside. That's just Travis Nordstrom.
Oh, I missed it. Well, we know what happens right after that instant. Sorry about that.
Yeah, we saw what happened. It was just a little bit of contact. Then you've got Barrera coming in through the corner as well. Kind of expected when it comes down to a corner like that.
Barrera's getting, I don't know if he's watching the stream, but he's flashing his headlights, and either he's being impatient because he was right at the back end of the diffuser of that GTR of Jared Troxclair. And he's to be quite antsy in that Ferrari.
Diego said he's sending
Wow.
the shooters for pillars. I don't blame him, honestly. But Trav is still in this race. He may have picked up a little bit of damage, lost a little bit of time, but he is still only... How far away? He's not far away from the leader at all. Like 6 seconds.
Yeah, and P.
5 seconds
P6,
even.
so
No big
he's
deal.
got
He's
pace.
still in it.
Well,
Yeah, he's got the pace. He put in the time and quality, and it's just only a matter of time that he can make up those positions again. Now he just has to go into attack mode on Bailey Kish, who was right ahead of him, 3/10.
Oh, I lost
But that
connection for a
gap
moment.
is
Sorry about that.
closing right at the... Oh,
hold up. I just want to put this out. Attack mode. Attack mode. Selena, we're in GT racing, not Formula E.
that's a thing in Formula E? I don't watch Formula E.
Honestly, Formula E is actually pretty interesting.
It's pretty cool.
Oh,
Like,
I don't
really?
watch a lot, but it's
Like,
cool.
Yeah, no, like a lot of people hate on Formula E because they're like, oh, it's electric cars, yada yada yada. No, like if you actually watch Formula E, you can actually get pretty invested in it. It is pretty fun when it comes down to it. Plus, there's actually quite a lot of teams who can't get into Formula One. who
Oh,
are
Fire
actually- yeah, as
Queso
we go
spun around.
to it, that's Fire Queso around.
Oh.
That's Turn 10 is claiming a lot of victims tonight.
Oh.
Hate that turn.
Michael Ruby is having a...
Oh, yeah, jeez, I was just on the entry.
Guerrero
of them.
finally sending it.
Oh,
Bailey
he went
Kish, but
super
no, Bailey-
wide where there's no grip out there and paid the price for trying to be very cautious. It's not fair. But
2x2.
meanwhile, up front, we got a 2x2. We're
Yeah.
at P3, 4, 5, and 6, still duking it out for that bottom spot on the podium.
Ooh,
Nearly
Travis
touching
very
again.
close.
Travis having a very hairy race tonight.
Oh, yeah. He was just hair lengths away from catching into the rear bumper of that Mercedes. Oh, double tap. Oh, no.
Oh, did I jump away at the
Eric-
wrong moment?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, it's getting interesting now. Michael Louis getting caught up in the just a few moments ago, getting caught up now into this gaggle of cars with Michael Menning now overtaking Michael Louis, who was once a little bit further ahead, but oh, now Travis Nordstrom getting booped in the rear just a little bit. Now has to go on once again, I will say it, attack mode on Max Simmons, Porsche on Porsche. Oh, but it is looking to be a thick train here.
We
Like,
are 10 minutes into the race, and there are more
Oh.
cars on screen than you can shake a stick at. This is insane.
honestly, P6
yeah.
all the way.
And I
Wait,
keep my game
no
keeps
word of lie,
momentarily
all the way
disconnecting.
to, like,
Sorry about that.
17. Oh no. Omar Escorcia going in for the I have no idea if he was a front, but we'll just say that. Oh, side by side, Michael Louis and Colin Dunham. Looks like Colin Dunham had a bit of a better exit on Michael Louis, but Michael has the inside, but again, that straight line speed, which Colin Dunham secures P12 in this mighty midst of gaggle of cars just duking it out. Side by side with Ivan McCroat and Brendan Chan with Jake Wells right behind them. It's
Ready to
just
pounce.
non-stop
It looks like he's going to
action.
follow Chan through around the outside. That might work for him.
Oh, not quite. Didn't get a little bit of slippage on the curb. Not too much though. But
Yeah,
good
I mean,
Lord. Train.
one-
Oh, and still action. Guy Manperson still trying to stick his nose outside and makes it stick against John Crown for P21. Wow, goodness gracious. There's so much. That is crazy. That's like a Paul Ricard, I think, the first round where everybody was like just like bunched together. But I can't remember. I think this might be like more bunched than Paul Ricard because this is a train. This is a train.
I'm looking at race control right now, and I'm not going to count it exactly, but it looks something like 25-ish contact incidents so far. This might be the most action-packed 10 minutes of SRA races outside of ones where there are total pileups, you know?
Yeah, Michael
well, it all depends,
let's go
really.
for an overtake, which
Yeah.
succeeds in that Boatley straight line speed against Mag Simmons.
Yeah, also in the background right there, down the
yeah.
inside goes Omar Escorcia, going to be against Peter O'Brien. Basically teammates, Peter O'Brien right there with him. He's got to be careful though, Omar Escorcia in that Ford Mustang. The Eagle Screech clean Andrew Rife, and he's going to be probably crying. He's no offense, Drew, but he's probably crying somewhere because the Ford that American probably isn't working out as well here for North. You understand where the banter comes from. But cutting down into turn number 6, it is going to be the Italian, it's going to be the Italian manufacturer of Lamborghini who is unable to get past so far, and I am feeling that not like modern day Lamborghinis, which are supercars, it's starting to look a lot more like the original Lamborghinis being the tractors. But Guy Madison also going to have to defend as that's. Oh, he's going to be straight onto the gravel. That's going to make him lose a whole lot of time. And as Jess was saying earlier, there's more cars on the screen than you can shake a stick at. And that's because practically the entire grid from P6 downwards is all bunched up with one another. Down into turn number 10, but that's going to be contact between the two.
No.
Through goes Broadman.
Wow, I think this is like probably one of the most action-packed races that we've commentated on, well, so far in this season. For sure, and definitely.
I'm hearing the audio is choppy from Alexa. Anyone else? Oh, and Diego says it's fine now. All right, carry on. Sorry.
I may have been against my
Ooh, side by side, Joao Semedo in the McLaren, losing out to Joel Moffitt.
Yeah, that's the way it is. The reason why it was probably choppy is I was probably peaking or something. That's probably why. We know what audio's like when it gets like that. But down into turn number lucky number 4, and around the outside of Austin Carpenter is going to lose out momentarily. But he's got a good old Klaus right in front of him. The good old green Lamborghini classic.
Oh,
as that's no, they're both going to make contact, and they up.
Oh,
Here goes. Fire queso. Fire queso just goes through. Right.
Oh, lucky, losing a few positions there.
Yeah. Lads, I just want to say this. We came here to see racing, not a demolition derby.
I think we're getting both.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, Austin looking to back out of that battle a little bit, which brings Jason Allen in the midst of John Crown and Joe Cloud. So things are heating up, but things have heated up.
Yeah, we're fighting all the way up and down the grid.
That's. Oh, looks like earlier I looked that Kawajiroma was like over a second ahead of Mr. Sir, and now Mr. Sir is looking to go for the lead, just 4/10 behind Kawajiroma in that beautiful looking Porsche.
I want to point out Michael Menning has our fastest lap, and he's fastest by last lap he was faster than everybody in front of him by about half a second. And his best lap just overall is almost a second faster than everyone else's best so far. He is going to catch up to the leaders in like 10 laps from now. And he's up 15 positions since the race start. Having almost as good of a race, Jake Wells up 13 positions. Omar Escorcia up 9, not able to keep Michael Menning behind him.
Oh! Moment from Jared Troxclair. Losing a couple of positions. Stefano Barrera just gets through, capitalizes on his mistake. Something happened at the T last.
Wait, to Troxclair?
Moment. Yeah.
Oh, that's what. He went a little too narrow and left himself exposed on the inside. Guy Manperson getting through John Archie on turn 1. Austin Carpenter losing it. What happened here?
Uh-oh.
Oh, that painted surface is just killing people all night.
Yeah.
Michael Purple Menning, that's right.
Oh, looks like things have like decently settled down.
Just a little
for
bit.
now. Just a little bit.
I think the drivers must be taking a deep breath right now and now finally thinking about, when am I going to pit?
Yeah,
Oh.
Jake Wells actually sticking his nose on the inside, but didn't get there quite enough. Ivan McCrow.
Oh, Troxler and Menning trading spots.
Oh, there.
Sorry, my game once again flickered for a moment.
Ooh, Jake Wells really pushing hard into the penultimate corner. Also a little bit on the wet curbs. Lost about 8/10.
Jeremy Mercer taps out, enters the pits.
Oh? Looks like...
Oh, round the outside goes Jake Wells.
And he goes through, as well as...
Joel Moffitt wants to as well.
Yeah.
He's going to have to
He's
try
he's
again on
the
turn 3,
outside.
or turn 2.
Over the top line speed. Josh Tomato getting into the mix of things, as well as Danny Durant. Oh, things are once again shaking up. No surprise there.
Michael Louis gets in front of Colin Dunham, and Omar Escorcia and is that Max Simmons trading spots over and over again right now. Shannon Dunham as well. We got more fights than we can actually show on screen. Selena, you have a good PC now. I think next week we should get you on pip duty.
I was actually gonna say that. Like I'm ready for that. I think I can. I still have a single monitor, but I think I can do without. Because I don't think that should be much of an issue, since you're like the main camera. So I think I'd be good for that. Yeah. I'm ready. Speaking of who's ready, Colin Dunham's ready to get this overtake done, but backs out. Wise decision on that final corner with that curb sticking out. Taking that curve, I'm speaking from experience, not really the best idea to take that inner curb on the final corner for an overtake, because things can go wrong.
Peter
Very much
O'Brien
so, but
goes into the pits.
But things that could go right is Ivan McCrow slipping his way in front of Jake Wells for turn number 2. But Jake Wells actually gets the inside, gets the move done just enough for it to be a success. Joel Moffitt still behind Joe Tomato, as well as Danny Durant's getting into the mix of things. Looks to be a 5-car battle. Pretty soon, 6, 7. Eric Boardman and P17.
Yeah, if they can reel it in,
behind
we're going to have a
Wow.
big brawl on our hands.
Yeah, once again. First couple laps was crazy.
Bailey Kish and Estefano Barrera trading spots? Why is this? Oh, because he's entering the pits. Michael Menning, the beatdown continues. Championship rival up ahead of him, and he gets a terrible exit. Michael Menning ready to strike, and already he's up the inside for the next turn. He's probably going to beat him to the next turn. Yes, he will.
With that straight line speed, certainly he will, and that is P2
He's
already.
free now. At this point, I think it's his race. He's probably going to catch up and win.
Probably, I'd think so. A purple lap, 132.6. Koa has done a 133 flat. Yeah. I think he's going to do it.
He's only got to reel in, what, 5 seconds? 7 seconds.
7.8 seconds, yeah. And there's only 38 minutes left into the race, so yeah. I'd say probably 5-6 laps time he'll be in the lead. I'm probably way off, but roughly around that estimate.
And maybe another 6. He'll be in striking distance of Koa.
Yeah.
Now, with some people starting to bow out of these fights and do their pit, our midfield is starting to spread out a little bit.
Jared Troxclair into the pits. Oh, Max Simmons not into the pits, nor Omar S. Garcia. Looks like Michael Louis is also opting to pit.
Yep.
Eric Boardman. John Crown also pitting.
It was looking like we were going to have a Porsche 1-2, but Michael Menning and Esteban Obrera have made sure that that's not going to be so simple.
Yeah, unfortunately. But everybody has done amazing, worked their hardest to get where they are. I think the battles have like kind of sprawled out a little bit for now. There's been spikes here and there of battles, but I think judging by what happened on the first couple of laps with that amount of packs, that big train, I mean, I think it'll be pretty spicy near the end, as it always is. And actually, speaking of spicy, Jared Troxclair and Jeremy Mercer having a little battle of their own, but not really, because John Crown is up ahead, but he has to pit, so he's pretty much on his own, as Jeremy and Jared have both already pitted. But that GTR getting that slipstream.
He said,
really
I must ask you a question. Can I pass around the outside?
Oh, but Jeremy actually gets a little of door-to-door action, followed by Travis Nordstrom trying to make the most that he can after earlier in the race having a quite the dicey situation a couple of times, side by side with that GTR in the French.
Oh, and he gets pit maneuvered.
Great axle touch. Oh, slots right in front of Peter O'Brien. Peter O'Brien has to make evasive maneuvers to avoid Travis for a second, and Dan Cran just stuck right behind.
Let's see the replay of that.
Oh, that is unfortunate. A good save, though. Very good save.
Oh, please don't tell me I cut it off again. Nope, perfect.
Oh, no.
Damn.
Hey.
Joel Klaus
Well,
just got in front of John Archie. See how that happened.
oh.
Oh, it's because he went off. John Archie did. Into the sand.
Well,
It's not a good day to be at the beach, sir. It's raining.
yeah, not the best day to take a little beach vacation over there on a rainy day. Especially on those curbs. Not a fun time.
Joao Tomato into the pits. Like he just about nailed his braking spot. Lots of people into the pits. They're all diving in. Kelvin Lau, Joao Tomato, John Crown, Jason Allen. Michael Menning has stopped his charge up to Coadromo. Well, his last lap was half a second faster, but he's still about 7 seconds away from the leader.
Yeah, he's still, well, he gained a second, but up and down, he's still maintaining 6 seconds on this current lap. Estefano Barrera 1.7 seconds behind. And they still have yet to pit as well as P4, 5, 6, 7, and so forth, many others.
Mr. Sir leading the pack of people who've already pit. I don't think he's got Menning or Barrera. But I think our leaders are still up front fighting.
John Crown? RTG'd in the pits? Something happened?
Let's see.
He stopped and then he just RTG'd.
You can't park this.
We can't
Meanwhile,
park there.
Escorcia and Simmons trading spots again.
Yeah.
Must have
Very
been turn
close.
1.
And that Mustang just lives to see another day. But
See how
Max
that
Simmons
happened. Yep, he beat him around the outside of turn
does
1.
not
Not bad.
Ooh. A game of speed and corners. Which that Max Simmons is probably just waiting for, well, definitely waiting for the moment to overtake on a corner, since that Mustang can go fast in a straight line.
Wells and Moffitt into the pit. More people jumping into the pits.
31 minutes.
No, exiting the pits.
Oh. Yeah, but Joel Moffitt.
Getting
in
dumped
front
right in the middle of a
Calvin
fight.
Lau. Yeah. Chasing down Eric Boardman for P25.
Coadromo into the pits. Kelvin Lau getting around Joel Moffitt after turn 2.
Pretty easy there.
Alright, so Coadroma exiting his box right now, and the number I want to keep an eye on is his gap to the new leader, Michael Menning. He had about a 7-second lead on him, and let's see if he's able to maintain that. Looks like the gap to the leader is... Okay, it's still calculating. We'll come back to that. Meanwhile, we still have a bit of a fight in the back of the midfield. About 5 cars all bunched up. Well, is it fair to call them the midfield when not everybody's pit yet? But Coadromo and Mr. Sir found each other again.
Yeah. Sir actually getting by.
Mr. Sir with a sick undercut that slipped right under our noses.
Yeah, because I know that Koa was in front of Mr. Sir and
Yeah.
Koa was defending him really hard, but yeah, Mr. Sir got in front of Koa.
Brendan Chan into the pits. So if we thought Koa was in the lead, now it's actually Mr. Sir who's got to turn on the turbos and make sure that Michael Menning doesn't get under him. And bad news for that mission. Michael Menning just did a 132.8, setting a new fastest lap for the session. Also, where's Alexa? Did her internet die?
Where did Alexa go?
She's not in the voice chat anymore.
Oh. I don't think I recall hearing a Discord disconnect thing when somebody leaves.
Brandon Chan exiting the pits. Right behind Michael Louis, who's not too far behind Travis Nordstrom, who Diego says he's still sending the shooters because they did him dirty. And I can't argue with that.
Yep. Yep.
We've just recently ticked over the halfway point of the race. 28 minutes and 20 seconds to go. That's going to be about how many laps is that going to be? Like 11 or about 12? Something like that.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm stupid. We got 20 more laps to go. Or like 19.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, because a minute and 30. Well, Michael did
10.5. Or 1.5.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'd say like probably about 19, 20 laps.
Oh, look at this. That Shark Ferrari getting real loose on that favorite curb of mine. And Fire Queso
Yes.
goes sailing past. More people piling into the pits. Joel Klaus, Fazli Majid, and Brian Ryder about to exit his pit. Oh, Brandon Chan inching up on Michael Louis. Might have a battle here at turn 2. Brandon Chan gonna try around the outside? I don't think that's gonna work.
Yeah, it's a little tough on the outside unless Michael has a bad exit. It looks like that it was the case.
Yeah, Michael Louis, wait. Yeah, sorry, Michael Louis was way too cautious, and he took hardly any exit at all, and did not get the speed out of that corner he needed.
And now Brendan Chan is in the P14. Ooh, who else is inching closer is Travis Nordstrom trying to get a good comeback after having a few unfortunate events. Just inching closer bit by bit, 2/10 behind Peter O'Brien, trying to get that redemption going in for him. Coming into the final and most favorable corner. I gained a little bit of time on Peter. Trying to go for that P11 and get some redemption. Actually, Eric Marecki
Gonna try up the inside of turn 1, but not gonna be brave enough on the brakes to send that.
Yeah, a little too tight there. A little too tight. Not enough gap for the car.
Keep returning to Trav because he's consistently within a second of Peter O'Brien.
Yeah.
I think he's probably gotten tired of seeing these Lambos this race.
Yeah.
Estefano Brera into the pits. Stefan Buckley's reporting in the chat that in the D3 race, the rain stops? No way.
What?
Typical SRA
and
raining race.
Yep. And speaking of being surprised, we have Travis Nordstrom finally making an overtake on Peter O'Brien. So there is that nice P11, and now going to chase Jeremy Mercer, the other teammate of Peter O'Brien.
I love that these two cars have almost the exact same shade of teal.
Oh, yeah. Oh, what's this? Peter O'Brien drive-through penalty for track limit. Oh,
I was kind of surprised it took this long to happen.
yeah. I mean, for a wet track at Red Bull Ring, and then you have turn 1, the dreadful turn 1 in the wet, where you really cannot go outside of the lines, or else you get a track limit warning. Oh, yeah. We got our first one, at least so far. 24 minutes left on the clock. Be pretty surprised if we don't see any more of that, but that would be good for the drivers, though.
Michael Manning finally into the pits. We're going to see how this is truly going to shake up.
Oh. Omar Escorcia also into the pits. Right behind Michael Manning, but Michael was already in the pits before.
We're going to see how they exit in relation to Mr. Sir and Coadromo. Or provisionally, by my estimate, P1 and P2. And around the penultimate corner they go. Michael Manning still stopped. He needs to get going, even though he's at the end. But he needs to go now. Go, 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 go. No way he's P1. Nope. There they go. And it looks like Mr. Sir is in the lead of this race. Escorcia exiting his box. And Michael Manning ends up leaving the pits just behind Coadromo. I say just by about 4 seconds.
Oh.
So he has continued to reel in that gap, but rather slowly. Slower than he was at first, for sure.
Yeah. And Gun Man Person has yet to pit, as well as Colin Dunham and Max Simmons. I believe those are the only 3 who have yet to pit still.
That is correct.
Yep. Which, speaking of, Guy Manperson is opting to pit now at the 22-minute mark.
Oh, and
So
Estefano
there
Barrera
are
just got around Bailey Kish. We're going to see this one back. Oh, he gets up the inside, and it looks like he's going to take it from there. Easily beats him to the next corner.
Ooh, looks like Ryder's trying to look up on the inside. Backs out. Not enough run on that 710 Ferrari. No, not quite there.
Oh, look at that. Was that Kelvin Lau getting super loose?
Kelvin Lau.
Getting foot loose.
Yeah.
This is from his POV.
Ryder's going to capitalize on that mistake. Slotting in front.
Ooh, power! Too much! Oh,
Too much power.
Oh my god. That Aston just nearly goes right into the rear of him. And nowhere else to go, I guess. Guy Manperson exiting the pits. And he's going to get dumped right behind and right in front of Paratrains.
With John Archie on the final corner.
Oh, that's not where he's supposed to be.
Yeah, that's not the race.
Ooh, and yep, he lost it and snapped. And off onto the paint he goes. Oh, and he rear end damage there on that exit fence.
A little bit of a boop to the wall.
What a nervous place to try and rejoin, because you know everybody coming up behind you is going a million miles an hour.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And they can't see you until you're right in front of them.
That's another thing too, yeah. The rain is still holding to be consistent.
Yeah.
Except the dry line that I assume is, that is formed. The amount of cars, the 33 cars on track. But yeah, it seems to be still holding up the same from the start of the race, aside from the evolving dry line.
Things starting to settle down now in this race. We've only got like 5 or so fights up and down the field, and none of them are terribly close at the moment.
Yeah, just maintaining pace. And oh, Michael Landry, a little bit too wide into T1.
Let's catch that on the
A moment
replay.
there.
Oh, that looked very late on the brakes to me.
Having a moment. Oh yeah.
Lucky to keep it out of the wall there.
A lot of self-inflicted moments now.
Is it self-inflicted or track-inflicted? That one may be self-inflicted. That was very late on the brakes. But yeah, there's a lot of track-inflicted damage right now.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's a good question. Yep. The car or the track? Well,
Well, in our case, it's never the car's fault.
exactly. It's always the track's fault. Probably really the only like really close battles Eric Marecki and Timothy Flamger. Yeah, just 2/10 of each other.
We'll go on board.
Aston Martin versus BMW. Oh, and also Brendan Chan and Dan Coran. Okay, we got two little battles going on here who are within a second of each other. Ooh, taking a little wider line in that purple-pink Aston Martin.
Bread.
Oh, it kind of looks like pink, but also purple to me.
Another three-way fight here for P18. Ivan McCroat trying to fend off Dominic Durrance and Eric Boardman. I think they've all seen a lot of each other this race.
Yeah.
Max Simmons and Colin Dunham still staying out. Maybe they enjoy the clear air.
Yeah. Can get quite dicey with a lot of spray when you don't have any clear air. Oh.
Oh,
what is
Nordstrom and
this
Escorcia
for
trading
a-
spots. I'm gonna catch the replay of that right now. Escorcia sends it up the inside. He's there before the apex and takes it. Nothing. Looks like not much he could have done.
Travis 10. Look at Archie Bargy.
Oh, did he
door
send it
banging
back?
Going on.
Yes, he did. We'll catch the replay
Yeah.
again.
Oh.
Reel it back.
Travis said, I'm not done. I've had a weird enough race.
Woo.
I need positions back.
Oh, he
Little
said
bit
I'll
of
do it
Archie
right back
Bargy.
to you. Easy.
Easy.
Two can play that game.
Yeah. Really setting up a heated battle there with the Porsche and the Ford.
Killers confirmed not washed.
Eh? Already. Travis Nordstrom is 3/10 ahead now. And yet again, that straight line speed. That Mustang is not going to give up.
Oh, Durrance and McCroat trading spots. Looks like McCroat had a bad entrance on turn one. We'll jump to the replay real quick. Oh, he got loose on that braking curb there. Out onto the red paint. That's not where he wants to be. He's lucky to keep it pointed one direction. Meanwhile, Escorcia and Nordstrom trade spots again. I'm going to have to catch the replay.
Yeah. They're just absolutely having a dogfight right here. I think since the last lap, just back and forth, back and forth. These two are not playing any nice games.
They want those points.
Yep. Yeah, it's all about the points for P9 in the top 10. Travis is definitely looking to grab whatever he can.
Diego says never washed? Gross. You don't want to get stinky. You be washed every once in a while. Like a pair of jeans.
Yep.
Kowadromo is still keeping Michael Manning behind him. And Mr. Sir looks like he's getting reeled in slowly. No, he's pretty much maintaining. He's got to be sweating, though. He's got to know that as soon as Michael Manning gets around Koa, he's up next.
Yeah, speaking of sweating, Eric Boardman is putting on the pressure of Danny Durant. Just 10 swift in each other in their previous lap times. Danny Durant's just a 10th quicker, doing a 133.1, and Eric Boardman doing a 133.2. So they're very neck and neck currently, especially on this lap. Eric Boardman's getting closer and closer, trying to get as much speed through the corners as much as that Porsche can do. Getting a little bit of slipstream on the back straight, hoping to get a better braking point, but no overtaking line there.
Come on, Stuttgart in the 992s. Show us what you can do.
Yes, Stuttgart, let's go.
Oh, he's found the inside.
Oh,
Durant goes wide, and he's through.
he is through with that mistake by Danny Durant. Dipping the tires a little bit in the sand. Decided to go for a little playfulness in the sand.
Whoa! Michael Manning goes flying up the outside of Kowadromo into turn 2. He must have had a much better exit to turn 1. And historically, we're seeing the exit of turn 2 is actually, the outside of turn 2 is actually pretty good. In this instance, he's going to maintain it, so he's going to have to do it around turn 3, and I don't know if that's going to work out. Unless he beats him there and he shuts the door. Well, he doesn't shut the door, but he doesn't need to. He just beats him. And Michael Manning is now released to go for P1. He's only, 2 seconds behind Mr. Sir? All right, Mr. Sir's seriously sweating now.
1.8. Yeah.
2 minutes to reel in that, or 10 minutes to reel in that gap is nothing.
Oh yeah, easy. Mike Simmons still has hit the pit, as well as Colin Dunno. So that brings Mr. Sir, Michael Manning, and Kowadromo all in the top 3. And actually, Estefano Barrera is 10.9 seconds behind Kowadromo. So, yeah, a little bit of a dogfight in the top 3.
Brandon Chan all over Dan the Man Cran, fighting over who's the real breadmaster. Dan goes defensive at first, but decides he doesn't need to.
Aston. That's kind of a tongue twister for some reason. Aston on Aston action.
Aston on Aston action. Aston on Aston action. Aston.
Ooh, a little bit of a better exit from Brendan Chan. But he's still looking at 2/10 behind Dan Coran. To gain a little bit more out of these corners. Oh, and actually, Dan Coran goes a little bit wide, which gives the opportunity for Brendan Chan to go on the outside, but backs out on the outside line, trying to go for the switchback, but he's not in a position to do that.
Simmons and Colin Dunham finally pit with less than 10 minutes to go.
Looks like Dan Cran is having maybe tire pressure issues, because I see him like constantly dipping to the side on the straights, at least on that previous back straight. I looked at it anyway. Oh, Max Simmons exiting. Ranked P9. This is going to be a 3-car battle.
Oh, look at this.
Maybe
You're right.
pretty soon 4. Yeah, pretty soon 4 if Michael Louis gets a little bit, extracts a little bit more time out of Dan Cran. And ooh!
Holy crap. Brandon Chan threading the needle through the inside, through the outside into turn 2, and he exits side by side with Max Simmons, who looks like he's going to get a slightly better exit and tuck ahead in front. What a battle
Looks like
this is
Max
going to be.
has it. I think he has it.
He might, yeah. This is outside of turn 2. Or no, sorry, we're turn 3 now. Still not bad.
Oh, it's gonna keep going. It's gonna
If he can
keep
hold the
going.
inside, but the line is just too long.
Oh,
He's gonna have to try the outside. Porsche's gonna
line.
defend. All the while, he's got that other Aston to keep an eye on.
third. Still Aston on Aston action. Triple A for you. But Porsche, Aston, Porsche. Pretty much a Porsche sandwich in between 2 Astons. Things are looking to be quite dicey though. Maxon's keeping up ahead.
Joe Klaus just took... Oh, they're trading spots, actually. And Joe Klaus is off. Let's see the replay. What happened here? So it looks like he's trying around the outside. And he gets a little nudge on the rear, forces some wide side-by-side on the exit. Tries the outside, loses the rear end. Too much speed, I guess. And he's lucky that was it. That could have been a lot worse. Fazli Majid getting around that Joel Moffitt.
Yeah, Joel Moffitt. I just looked at that as soon as I saw
And Michael
that.
Landry. Michael Menning is almost his striking distance. 7/10 behind Mr. Sir. Just under 7 minutes to go. His last lap, he was just under a 10th faster than Mr. Sir. So he's, at this rate, he's destined to be kissing the rear bumper of Mr. Sir as they cross the line. Question is, when and where will he strike?
Yeah, that's the big $1 million question. 6/10 behind and decreasing.
5/10.
Just 3. Oh, yeah, just 3/10. Quicker on Michael's previous lap, which within seconds, Michael Menning is really gaining on.
Whoa!
Oh, that
Turn
was
on the turbos and he's there.
Yeah,
The fight for P1 is on.
just within seconds of that lap. Already we have a battle between the 2 Bentleys.
Michael Menning weaving, looking inside, looking outside, trying to make up his mind which direction he's going to go. Maybe just faking out Mr. Sir.
Get into his mind.
Jeremy Mercer beating out Omar Escorcia in turn 1. Or turn 2. And Guy Manperson and Durant's side by side out of turn 2. Guy Manperson gaining a spot. But we got to keep it planted on this P1 battle.
Oh, yeah. Michael Menning just inching ever so closely. Still quicker than Mr. Sir's previous lap time, 33 flat, and Michael Menning still in the 32s.
Yeah, he's clearly got the speed, but he's just got to make it stick somewhere.
Yeah. It's gotta still stay within 2/10, if not a little tiny bit closer. Yeah, to make that move.
Wonder how long he's going to spend sizing up Mr. Sir. I can tell you from the stats that Michael Menning has a faster faster time across all 3 sectors. I think he's just got to lick the stamp and send it.
Yep. Gotta send it. is getting closer. I'll put the car right there in a good position to set yourself
Oh,
up for
Omar getting a sick undercut on turn 3
Oh,
for switchback.
Oh, actually, it looks like Jake Wells trying to go for an overtake on the outside, but that is definitely not going to work as
Slippery
it is
out
very
there.
tough to do. Yeah, very tough to do that, especially in the wet for an outside overtake. Unless the inside line gets a worse exit. Then, ooh, Travis Nordstrom and Jeremy Mercer. Oh, looks like Travis Nordstrom has actually caught up to Jeremy Mercer. Now in the midst of a battle, long-awaited battle, that is. But Travis lost a little bit of time on the exit of the final corner. I think from the penultimate corner too, a little bit. Ooh. Michael's still getting close. Still trying for an overtake. Still trying to keep the nose of that Bentley inside where a gap is open.
Looks like Colin Dunham's going around the outside of McCroat after turn 2. If he can be brave enough on the brakes, I think he's going to win it on turn 3.
Yeah. Side by side. Looks like it's going to be...
It'll
this is
be
gonna
real
stick-
close.
yeah.
If he can maintain the inside, he's got it. And he's through.
Ivan backed out. Yep.
Oh, unless he goes wide.
Ooh. Pressure is on. Ivan
The door's
McCroat is not
open.
gonna take that lightly.
And he puts the toe through.
Burning door.
Not going to work, though.
Now Fire Queso is right behind.
Oh, is this
Ivan.
it? Nope, not quite. Mr. Sir gets a good enough exit to fend him off for another couple corners.
Pit window is closing now.
Final minute of the race. Oh, is Michael gonna send it? Oh, he's trying. Trying to go for the switchback. He's so close. Oh, trying to stick his nose on the outside. That's quite a tricky corner to make an overtake on, especially with more lack grip, especially in the wet. These two should... Yeah, they'll be able to go for another lap. Ooh,
It's gonna be
Michael Manning
close.
right on the back end of the diffuser of Mr. Sir's other Bentley. It's gonna be really close. Really close.
And with 3 seconds to go, we get one more lap.
Oh!
Michael Menning, you get one more shot.
One more shot. That's all you have. 3/10 behind. Mr. Sir leading at Red Bull Ring in the wet. Can this be a Mr. Sir win or a Michael Menning win?
Jeremy Mercer nearly following Travis Nordstrom into the grass there.
Ooh.
Mr. Sir super defensive.
Michael Menning trying to go for an overtake on the outside line.
And times when he's got to try everything.
Yeah, he's. Yeah, I mean, give it your all. Yeah, he's swerving that Bentley back and forth, trying to find a gap, but it just doesn't seem to be that there are many gaps open, and still not really close enough at those areas.
Look at this train we have in the mid pack.
Oh, I've got a little good train. Mr. Sir, final lap, final corner, comes in home.
Oh, he's got the run, but is it enough?
P1.
No!
Oh, Michael ever so close for P2. Very, very close.
By half a car length. So close.
Wow. What a win from Mr. Sir.
Oh, and
Just-
right at the end, Bailey Kish is going to stumble a little bit going too deep and lose that spot out to Omar Escorcia for P5. Oh, he's going to be kicking himself for that one.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Eric Boardman behind Joao Tomato. It's not done yet. 10th. P17 for Eric Boardman. Oh, but we got a spicy 2 Lamborghini bat. Oh, Peter O'Brien having a little wiggle moment on those curbs, losing quite a bit of time to that.
Lost his chance to strike.
The wet, wet curbs.
Oh, and we have damage. We have damage. Everybody's dying. Why are we doing this?
Oh no.
Watch out, people have direct drive wheels.
Yeah, that's a thing to take into consideration. Don't want anyone breaking the wrist.
John Archie nursing a battered and bruised Ferrari across the line just in front of Horintus Butkus. I think that's how you say your name, sorry. And with that, that is going to be our race.
Oh, wow.
And what a race it was.
That was eventful.
Too much happened all at once to even possibly cover. And certainly more than I can remember. But one thing I can remember is who won. Let's get Koadromo, Michael Menning, and Mr. Sir in here.
Are they in the chat?
Nobody's in the D1 chat right now. They're all hiding. Bunch of tryhards, sweat lording in a private room or something.
Huh, what is this?
Give us content.
We need the content. Come on. It's always the content. Gotta have it. Anybody? Up for grabs. Going once, going twice.
Koadromo, welcome to the booth. And congratulations on the awesome race. How you feeling, man? That was an exciting one, huh?
Yeah, man, I definitely was not expecting that pole. I mean, it's the first one ever in SRA, so yeah, pretty stoked with that.
Oh, nice.
So
Yeah,
tell
so
us
wasn't
about the
expecting it,
timeline of this race for you. When was the most stressful bit?
I guess just when Sir was just on my ass.
We saw a lot of that.
Yeah, it looked very intense from that point of view.
There was a couple times where I was like, please don't give me a little left tap in back, please don't. But of course, he kept it clean and everything. Yeah, had to defend turn 3 quite a few times, but man, they had that little bit extra pace. Like my consistency was pretty decent, but yeah, Mr. Sir and Menning, of course, just had a little bit outright pace. So
They're
congrats to
going
them.
very fast.
Yeah.
And they
were full
very
away.
infrequently putting a foot out of step. They very few mistakes at all.
Yeah, towards the end, I was hoping, they're like kind of racing each other. I was like, come on, please take each other out. Come on, come on, come on.
Not so lucky. They were very respectful. I was honestly expecting Michael to send it at some point, but he never really did. He just kind of waited for a mistake that never
he
came.
just played it safe.
Gotcha, yeah. I also want to give a shout out to Travis. He had a bit of a rough race.
Yes, we saw a lot of that too. Diego was saying he's sending the shooters. I don't think they arrived on the track in time to make a difference. But Trav nonetheless still put together a pretty decent finish to have all that drama happen to him, and he's still in the top 10. Not bad at all.
Yeah, for sure. And also Dan Cran with the mega undercut from like last to P11.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, well, thanks for joining us,
Yeah.
Koa, and best of luck to you next time.
Cool, appreciate it. Thanks, you guys.
And it doesn't look like anyone else I'm interested in interviewing is joining, so that might be it for our stream. Before we call it tonight, though, It did want to call attention to, of course, the natural disasters going on with back-to-back hurricanes. It's affecting a ton of people quite harshly, including many people in our community. So if you can, please go to redcross.org/donate. That's redcross.org/donate, and it will take you straight to how you can donate money to go to relief funds. And oh, did I do it? Yes, I did. There's, of course, one thing we always have to do for every stream.
A huge thank you to our SRA sponsors and title sponsors for supporting us here at SRA, as well as support from Documise, a modern business solution for product management. Go to documise.com to learn more today. And support from Retro Saga, a North American-based gaming company that provides accessories for your favourite classic systems, including Nintendo, Sega, PlayStation, and much more. Enhance your retro gaming experience today at retrosaga.ca. And a big thank you to our affiliates, Track Racer. Experience redefined gaming with Track Racer's high-quality sim rigs and accessories. Use code SRATE at checkout to support us. Armamentario, a toolbox for ACC that will enhance your chance to win. Enjoy a fully customizable and enhanced HUD to change the way you experience ACC. AT 3D Sim Shop. Upgrade your sim racing experience today with premium 3D printed accessories featuring precision crafted magnetic shifters, sleek cable management solutions, versatile stream deck mounts, and immersive dashboard displays. Their innovative designs enhance performance and style, elevate every lap with top-tier quality and craftsmanship at at3d.net. Go Setups, premium esports setups for everybody. Use our affiliate link on our Discord and take your drive to the next level. Castle and Cauldron, a home-based crafting business specializing in handmade Harry Potter, Fantastic Beasts, and Fairy World collectibles. Magic wands, potions, mini dioramas, wall decor, costumery, cosplay, and much more. Castle and Cauldron is where crafting meets the magical. Visit facebook.com/Castle Cauldron. And from KP Concepts, your source for custom automotive renderings, graphic design, and printing. We spend countless hours making you look all good for the spectacle. Check out kpconcepts.com for more.
And ladies and gentlemen, that is our race tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in. And again, please, if you can donate, go to redcross.org/donate. Tune in same time tomorrow to watch me bring in the rear and be a backmarker all race. And Selena will hopefully bring in some points for us. And same time next week for round 6. We are more than halfway through this season. Time has been flying, hasn't it?
Oh, I know. Yeah, and I remember Paul Ricard being the first race.
Yeah,
It feels
like it was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, and now all of a sudden we're like halfway into the pretty much more than halfway into this now, and it's like, wow, time flies, man. Before you know it, we'll be season 13, Christmas, New Year. Oh boy, it's going by so quickly.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. We'll see you then. Thanks for tuning in. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.